Welcome back, dear children. And we are now talking about preposition. Isn't it? Preposition. This slide represent preposition of place. Yes. On, beside, above, between, in front of, behind, under, near. Right? So next is preposition of place. That is what we saw. Preposition of place usually indicate position and they are easily discernible. The three most common preposition of place are on, at, or in. So what is interesting in this three word and these three words are it indicates both time as well as place. But as I said before, they are easily discernible. Here are several examples of preposition of place. The cup is on the kitchen table. The cups are in the kitchen cupboard. We like cups at the supermarket. So based on the sentence, you have to decide whether it indicates preposition of place or preposition of time. So here one more picture shows preposition on, in, on, below, above, near, for, behind, in front of, on to, off, into, out of, around, among, between, and opposite. So all these are basic pictures. So what are the rules that we have to follow in the preposition of places? First rule is when you refer to something with a surface, use a preposition on. Right? One example, the clock hangs on the wall. The names of the deceased are on the tombstones. The books are on the desk in the study table. The writing on the wall had to be removed. So all these are examples and rules and regulations for using preposition on. So second rule is when we have to use preposition in. When you refer to something inside or confined, use the preposition in. When you refer to something inside or confined, we use the preposition in. Example, the manual is in the cupboard drawer in the shed. The girls are in the shopping mall buying Christmas presents. The bolts are in the jar in the shed. David left the book in the car. So all these are preposition using in. Right? So rule number 3 is when you refer to a specific point, use the preposition at. Rebecca is at work at the moment. So at work at the moment, specific point. When you are referring to a specific point, we are using the preposition at. So Candace will meet David at 8 p.m. at the restaurant. Candace is the name of the person. The minister will meet at church for Bible study. I will meet Candace at midnight on New Year's Eve. So all these at represent specific point. So there are more preposition of places. We saw so many pictures under, over, near, behind, outside, inside. Between all these, we represented the pictures also. And some examples I am giving you now. The ball rolled under the cupboard. The boy jumped over the fence. The dog was near the swimming pool. The broom was behind the door. The puppy was outside the house. The cat was inside the house. And the thief hid between the sheds. Hid is the past tense form of hide. Okay. So all these are examples for preposition of places. Different prepositions are used under, over, near, behind, outside, inside and between. So next is here also preposition of places on, under, next to, in front of, behind, between, around, through. You can watch the pictures very keenly. You will notice the difference of how the pictures are and how the prepositions have to be used. Now this is the homework for you. Match the preposition of place. So starting from the first picture on the top of the match area, right? This is number 1. You have to match here. This is 2 and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right? So here also, how many pictures of words are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 pictures and 8 wordings are there that you have to match it. Okay, dear? Is it clear? Next comes preposition of movement. Preposition of movement. The word itself says that for movement we are using the word. What are the words we have to use, right? The ball is moving down the stairs, first one, up the stair, moving up the stairs, out of the box, coming out of the box, the ball is coming out of the box, into the box, it is going into the box, towards the box, away from the box, past the box, over the box, onto the box, off the box, around the cube, not the box here, around the cube, under the box. So, whenever movement occurred, then we will use these sort of preposition, right? So I'll ask you one question afterwards. You just watch this slide very carefully, right? Preposition of movement indicates direction, in which direction it is moving, whether it is moving up, down, left or right, or what it is around, everything. Preposition of movement indicates direction in which something or someone is moving. The most common preposition of movement is to. Okay. Candace will move to the beach house for Christmas. David went to the beach every day over the holidays. Dad went to the park to play ball with the children. The puppy went to the park for puppy training with Rachel. So all these two are used most commonly in the prepositions. Other prepositions of movements are across, through, into, over, down, up, past and around. All these pictures we saw, right? And this picture especially I selected for the word across. Right? Can you able to see across? Even then it was not clear. When a person is crossing the road, then it will be clear for you. Another one picture I am having, that also I will show you. So rule number 1 for the preposition across. When referring to movement from one side to another, we use the preposition across. When referring to movement from one side to another, we use the preposition across. The ball rolled across the field very quickly. The dog ran across the oval without its owner while the game was in action. Billy and Bailey swam across the lake in record time during the holidays. The explorers trekked across the desert early in the morning to avoid heat. So all these sentences are based on the word across, right? Second rule is, when we are referring to the movement from inside to outside or outside to inside, we will use the preposition through. Okay. When we are referring to the movement from inside to outside, your suppose one small rabbit or a rat is going into the log of wood where the hole will be there, isn't it? Going into that and coming out the next side. So that time we will use through, right? So when referring to the movement from inside to outside, or outside to inside, we will use a preposition through. The angry man put his fist through the wall. The car passed through the tunnel on its way to the airport. Best example is tunnel. Right? The baseball went through the window when the children were playing in the backyard. During the storm, the large hail went through the roof and destroyed the home. So, through is the best example. And rule number 3, when we are referring to the movement that enters or looks inside, when something is entering into or looks inside, we will use a preposition into. Okay. First point is Jonathan went into the shed to get his carpenter's tools. The crowd looked into the night sky to spot the shooting star. Rachel swam into the cave to rescue the dog. The car drove into the fence when the driver lost control. So into, went into the shed. So all that enters into or looks inside. Rule number 4 is when we are referring to a specific direction of movement, we will use a preposition over, down, up, past and around. The car traveled over the slippery road during the rainstorm. The escapees ran down the road to avoid capture. The man climbed up the mountain during the Christmas holidays. Candace ran past David to reach the finish line in record time. So, the lost driver drove around the block several times before finding the route to his friend's place. So, all these are different types of prepositions and the direction of movement. So here it's a beautiful picture which represent the prepositions of movement using the arrow keys. See, you just observe the arrow keys and you will understand. First one is one rabbit is there and two carrots are there, right? So the rabbit jumps over the carrot. And the next picture shows past the tree. The rabbit passed the tree. And the rabbit ran around the, what is that? Kennel. Seems to be like a kennel, dog's kennel. Okay. So next is the rabbit went into the kennel. See that arrow mark here. See the arrow mark here. It is going into the kennel. Next is on to. On to. Next is off. Jumping off. This off. See that arrow. On to is from down to up. Off is from up to down. And towards. See, the rabbit is running towards a carrot. And this is what is through. From outside, it is going inside the wood. Then across. Beautiful example of across. Beautiful picture of across is this. Rabbit is crossing the road. This is what is across actually mean. Here out of. Rabbit is coming out of the hat. So, I hope you will understand the preposition of movement in a very clear manner using this picture. Right? Next, prepositions of manner. Before this is prepositions of movement. Okay. Prepositions of manner now. Preposition of manner describe the way things happen or means by which things happen. These prepositions include by, in, like, with, and on. Children, time is up. We will continue in the next session. Thank